Tucson radio podcast about all things medical cannabis. Your host, Belle
and the Cannabis Kid.
Our show features news, interviews, and all the latest information about anything and everything medical cannabis related in Tucson, Arizona,
and the world at large.
We'd love to hear from you. Please give us a call at 646-915-8421. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on all social media, or email thctucson@gmail.com.
We'd like to thank Tumbleweeds Health Center and Studio C, along with our many sponsors, for hosting our show every week. With the lowest price certifications in town, you'll find hemp products, accessories, and all things related to medical cannabis education.
Visit Tumbleweeds Health Center at 4826 East Broadway Boulevard or online at tumbleweedshealthcenter.com. And remember,
Be smart
be safe
and educate.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Dang. Sound effects. What's up, Weedsday Wednesday? Oh, my Lord. What's going on, kids? I don't even know what that was. That sounded like Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo solved sleuths. Anybody ever solve those sleuths? Or were you hanging out with Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys? I used to love them, right? Happy Weedsday Wednesday, everybody. How are y'all doing out there? 8 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. Let's get this going. Let's try this again. Yeah. All right. All right. Weedsday Wednesday. It worked. Golf clap for that. Whoop, whoop. All right. How's everybody doing? Let's see. It's 58 degrees. It's actually lovely out. My kitties are out on the porch and they're kitty-o. Well, one of them sitting in the house because that's just where she loves to be. Right here in the living room, just hanging out, chilling out. But it's a gorgeous day. And keep your little dogs and kitties inside. It's hard because these guys are outdoors. So they just go out during the day and they come back at night. But when they don't come back, I had a neighbor stop by the house yesterday. I was like, what's going on? Their kitty's been out since Saturday and they're very scared for it and sad. But my other neighbor's kitty was out for like 2 weeks and then decided to saunter home. Sometimes they just get out and they just get going and don't know where they are and they got to get turned around. And hopefully that's the way with this little kitty. But yeah, that's the first thing I say is be careful out there. Whew, it scares the crap out of me. All right. Welcome to Weedsday Wednesday. I don't know why this is, I can't use my chat because it says something went wrong and there's a little monkey with a hammer and a hat. Cute little monkey, but something's wrong, so we can't chat today. So my apologies about that. All right, thanks for tuning in. You're listening to Weedsday Wednesday. Belle Star here. Cannabis Kid is out there. I know you're out there somewhere. I know, I can't help it. All right, we're going to talk about some weed news, some hemp news. But first, let's get on over to Tumbleweeds Health Center. And the Good Leaf at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard, folks. We joined the same team. We're all in there. We're all in one little room now. It's beautiful. Actually, it's a big, beautiful room. It's very nice. It is a beautiful space. And we're right there next to Bookman's and Beyond Bread and the dollar store. And there's a huge parking lot. And there's handicap parking up front. there, and then there's just a huge parking lot. So there's never a problem with parking. It's fantastic. We did have problems in our old building. I'm not gonna lie. I miss having our old little building. That was fun. But this is nice. It's convenient for everybody. And oddly enough, most everybody that I see as patients come in and go, yeah, it's so much closer. Or you're just right around the corner. So I don't know. Everybody just happens to live on the east side. Well, it used to be the east side. This is now like central. This is weird. Broadway and Swan, which is where Tumbleweeds used to be the east side. And then Houghton was just like, Houghton was another planet at that point. Seriously. Excuse me. Yeah, a little late, guys. Used to take 15 minutes to get somewhere. Now it's an hour. Used to be 45 minutes. And then it's like, no, depending on where you go. If you're like 5 miles from anywhere from here, right where I am, you're screwed if you have to get in the car. Oh, anywho, that's Tucson for you. Tucson, Arizona. It's going to be like 80, let's see, 90 today. Let's see, what's our projected? 4, close enough. Our 90 is coming. When are we getting a 90? Oh, yeah. Saturday, Sunday, 90 degrees. Oh, my goodness. That's insane. It's still February. Oh, February. It's just gorgeous, though. All right. So come on down and get certified. And let me get a list out of things you can get certified for, because we always tell you, in case you're new and listening in to Weedsday Wednesday, if you want to get your appointment. Now, look, you don't have to come down. We do offer telemedicine, which I love to tell people because they get very excited. That's very exciting to hear them get so excited. Yeah, we'll just send you a link to meet with our doctor on Googly, on the Google platform. And then it's super easy. You just say hi to our doctor. She asks you all the little questions. And then you're going to see Dr. Nancy or Dr. Margot, both wonderful doctors, both been with us forever, which is awesome. And then we do all the paperwork. We do all the processing. If you do telemedicine, you do have to send us a pretty picture. So just stand against maybe your door. That's what we use, is our door, because it's the closest white background we can find. They want a white background. And just do a selfie. Super simple. But we process everything for you and make sure that the state gets it. And then you get your card. It's very quick these days. Very, very quick. 2 to 4 days. Done. Bam. And then once you get your card, you'll get an email that says you're approved. Yay. And then you can come back down and we can laminate a card for you. No problem. $5. Or we'll just print you out a copy of one just for free, just a paper copy. But if you want it laminated, again, it's just $5, $5. And that's cash or credit. We take cash or credit these days. A lot of people come back and they're like, oh, I thought you only took cash. They can bring back like a stack of ones. Here you go. No, we take card now. So yeah, come on down or tell them that over. And these are the conditions. Most of these you will have seen a doctor for. Chronic pain, though, is one that, we can help you with. Oh, actually, I'm going to do that in a minute. It's a little button that says ask about this page. I'm going to click it. Never clicked it on that one. I want to see what they have to say about Tumbleweed Health Center and certifications. Okay. PTSD, that's the only one you have to have records for every year. The state wants to know that you're seeing your doctor every year for that. So we just have to need your yearly updated record for that. The rest.
Center, the #1 health center in Tucson, has created a proprietary number of CBD blends, each designed to promote health. Let Tumbleweed Health Center show you how CBD products might help you improve your life the natural way.
Yeah, give us a call. Do you hear the difference in volume on those? I don't like that. I got to fix that. Give us a call, 520-838. And you can email your records or anything you need to And the email is THC Tucson. That's for Tumbleweeds Health Center at gmail.com. You can fax us 520-306-5147 or come on down 6224. We offer certifications Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays 10 to 6. You do not need an appointment. You can just walk on in. I will tell you, though, I'm not kidding when I say this today is absolutely booked and woo, it's going to be a fun day. And I made cookies. I made organic no-bake cookies, which I will be offering to all the patients today so that they can each have a little bit of sugar and stay happy. Yeah, where is it? Oh, I love that. Yeah, so we're gonna have a fun day at Tumbleweeds today. Oh, maybe I should bring my Keurig down. We could get some coffees going. Do we have coffee cups? But the dollar store is right there. It could just be a whole day. All right. Let's do this. Okay, so let's see. There's lots of news happening. Let's see. I usually check azmarijuana.com for their news. Let's check it out and see what's going on. And I checked and I don't see any. They've got cannabis events right on the homepage. Bam, done. They shouldn't have that because there's nothing usually there. Okay, switch over to the news. There's usually something there. ZenLeaf launched a custom recognition program. So I guess what that really means is someone who smokes a lot of weed. The Arizona Dispensary Association appointed the board of directors for 2026. You want to see who it is? The Arizona Dispensary Association, ADA, is the leading voice for the state's regulated cannabis industry, announced its 2026 board of directors, naming a slate of industry leaders who will help guide the association's advocacy, regulatory engagement, and best practice initiatives. The ADA will be actively fighting the anti-marijuana group's initiative that is attempting to repeal the legalized marijuana law in Arizona in 2026. What the heck? Why? Guys, do something better with your time. The new 2020 board includes President Brian Ward of Prime Leaf, Vice President and PAC Chair Lauren Niehaus of True Leaf, Treasurer Andrew Eshi of Story Cannabis, Compliance Chair Chris Ferguson of Verano ZenLeaf, and board members Don Williams of Cure Leaf, Sarah Pressler of Jars, and Lori Hicks of Arizona Natural Concepts. Why are these all dispensary people? That's not a fair appointee of the because it's Dispensary Association. Silly. Oh my God, that's hysterical, Williams. No. I thought this is just an overall. We need an overall Arizona, not just Dispensary Association. We need the Arizona Weed Association. AWA. But that would fall upon Normal and all those other guys doing just marijuana advocacy. We need to get some of those guys on the show here. I know anyway. Okay, well, good job, folks. There you go. They're the board members. They serve 2-year terms, represent a broad range of operational compliance and leadership. We're excited to welcome the group of leaders to the ADA board, said Ann Torres, executive director of the ADA. Each brings a valuable perspective shaped by hands-on experience in Arizona's regulated cannabis industry. The leadership will be critical as we continue advocacy for a safe, reasonable market. Their mission is to promote and advocate for a regulated cannabis industry that prioritizes consumer safety, patient protection, and operational excellence. The association maintains a consistent legislative and regulatory presence while developing and promoting best practices for licensed dispensaries and operators statewide. And you can visit azdispensaries.org to see what's going on. And let's see. They are fighting the folks that are trying to take back legalization. How do you even, why? Why would you even do that? Jeez Louise. All right. Well, there's that. That's from azmarijuana.com. I usually try and check High Times Magazine and see what's going on with those folks over there. They were purchased a while back, so they've got new leadership over there. When beer beats weed, Germany's cannabis reform backlash. Oh, all right. Let's see what's going on in Germany. This is weed world. All right. More than a decade ago, my fitness coach and friend Jenny called me in distress. She had just been attacked and severely beaten by her ex-boyfriend, a member of a German police arrest unit. He had called her to return his apartment keys a few days after their breakup. She waited in the hallway outside his apartment and he showed up drunk from Stuttgart's massive October beer fest. He started to scream at her, then he began to beat her up. She was fit, in shape, tall, and in training to become a police officer, but she said the only thing she could do was to curl up in a ball, hoping to survive. Neighbors called the police. Officers arrested him and searched his apartment, where they found a bag with 1 gram of cannabis in his safe, and they took his service weapon. He immediately claimed the cannabis bag was hers. Guess who faced more consequences? The attacker received a mild disciplinary penalty. Jenny endured hair testing with the result in a gray zone. She nearly lost training before it even began. A drunk cop, girlfriend, manageable, but the possession of cannabis almost career-ending. Germany introduced the cannabis candidate to partially legalize cannabis. Criticism not only from conservatives but also from proponents of legalization, who argued it could not without a fully regulated adult use market. Bases. Pilar 1 legalized home cultivation and non-profit cannabis cultivation associations similar to cannabis clubs in Spain, but without permission for a space for common consumption. Pilar 2 promised regional pilot programs for licensed retail sales. However, after the progressive, social, liberal, and environmentalist, quote, traffic light, quote, government coalition collapsed, the new government, led by the conservative Christian Democratic Union, the CDU, with the Social Democrats SP as a partner, announced a legislative revision of the KNG. Conservatives seem determined to roll back what one of their leading figures dismissively calls a, quote, shit law, quote, and have proposed a restrictive amendment to outlaw telemedicine services for cannabis flowers. The final readings of this amendment are anticipated for spring 2026, with a final vote in the Bundestag expected in early 2026. But here's what the EU doesn't want you to know. The reform is working with federal government's first official assessment, the EcoCan interim report, published in October of 2025, paints a picture that contradicts every doomsday prediction. The problem is, the system is only half built. Home growing requires space and know-how many Germans lack. And cannabis associations are rolling out slowly due to licensing delays in conservative-led federal states. So far, these associations serve less than 0.1% of the country's demand, forcing the medical cannabis system to carry a weight it was never designed for. A pressure conservatives are now exploiting to torpedo the project. And patient access has exploded for now. One of the biggest achievements of Germany's reform has been the patients. Telemedicine platforms have stepped in to fill the void left by Germany's shortage of literate doctors, connecting hundreds of thousands of patients with physicians who understand their needs. They have also contributed significantly to patient education regarding safer and more productive use. As a result, Cannabis imports reached record levels in 2025 with official BFAR